Right, everyone. Very good morning, everyone. Very good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's class. Today will be our first Unit 4 class. Okay, our first practical class in A2. Okay, so I hope all of you all have your laptops. Okay, I hope you all have the software access installed on your device. If you don't have it installed, I hope you all are making preparations to get it installed. Okay, right, all of you all. Let's get started. Okay, now guys, your entire Unit 4 is based on database management. Already in Unit 3, already in our yesterday's class, we went through a little bit about databases, isn't it? We didn't go through it a lot, but a little bit we went through. We spoke about data integrity, data validation, data backups. We spoke about things like that. Okay, now we're going to see the practical side of it. Okay, so everybody, first of all, guys, I want to explain something to you all, and I want you all to help me out over here. Now, everyone, let's say, for example, I want to create a database that can keep track of all the bookings that are received for a taxi driver. Everyone okay with this? So we will assume, for example, we have a company called Platinum Taxi Booking Services, for example. Okay, so let me put that on my screen. I want you all to help me out in terms of how do we construct this database. So a quick question with regard to what we learned yesterday. What am I trying to create right now? I'm trying to come up with a plan before I actually create the database. So you would actually call this I'm right now creating my data dictionary. I'm trying to create the structure of my database. Okay, within all of you are with me. Okay, so over here, what is the name of the database? It's going to be called Platinum Taxi Booking Database. Okay, let's call it this name. Okay, right. Then guys, inside the database, you're going to have a collection of what? Tables, isn't it? You're going to have a collection of tables, isn't it? But I want to ask you a question like this. Why can't I put everything in one single table? Now, before I do that, guys, can you all identify, boys, Hima, Gosant, all of you, stop everything else, look here below. Can you all first identify the main components that would make up this taxi booking database? I'll give you all a start. So in terms of main components, I would definitely be having drivers, isn't it? I need drivers to drive the taxis, isn't it? Right. Next, what would we have? We would have customers. I would have details of my customers. Next, what do I have? Locations, bookings. I would have details of the bookings that took place. Okay. When did the booking take place? Who booked it? Who, what do you call, attended to this booking? How much did you receive from this booking? The number of kilometers, things like that. And something else maybe? Maybe the vehicles. Okay, what are the vehicles that we own as a taxi company? What are the vehicles that we own? Okay, vehicles. Okay, right, everyone, this looks good. There could be other components as well. For example, staff details, isn't it? There could be other details as well, payment details. Okay, we could have other components, but for now I'll stop with these four. Now guys, I want you to see a problem over here. Say for example, I was to use Excel. Okay, if I were to use Excel, I don't have multiple tables, right? I will have only a single table. In Excel, we call it a worksheet. So say, for example, I was to dump all of this inside one table. Okay, so just tell me, guys, inside drivers, typically, what are the fields you would find? You will start off with driver ID. Every driver would have a unique ID, which you would call driver ID. Something else? The driver name. You would say driver name. Something else? Driver date of birth, maybe. Okay, you would have the driver's date of birth. Something else? The driver's contact. Okay, so maybe contact 1, contact 2. For now, I'll just keep it as contact. Then you also need to know where the driver lives, right? Driver address. You would, for example, say driver address. Anything else? Driver gender. We also need to know the driver's gender. Himak, are you with me? Okay, anything else? Okay, doesn't matter. For now, I'll stop it here. Then when we come into customers, again, shall I copy and paste the same fields? Isn't it? For customers also, guys online, aren't we going to have the same fields? Okay, so copy and paste over here. Maybe for customers, you might say, you know what do we need the date of birth for? Not date, yeah, date of birth, what do we need for? We don't need it. Okay, so if you want, you can remove it, but I have to change DRI to CUS. Okay, so it becomes easy for me to identify the fields. Okay, so CUS, customer address, customer gender. Okay, maybe date of registration also might be important. Okay, Inside the bookings table, what would we have? We would have, every vehicle would have a unique ID, vehicle ID. Then maybe you might say what? License, what do we call the registration number, no? Or we'll just say vehicle number. Okay, vehicle ID is separate, vehicle number is different. Everybody okay with this? The vehicle ID is our reference number and the vehicle number is the government's registration number. Two different things. Okay, or if you want to make it easier for you to understand, reg number. Something else, the vehicle brand maybe, then vehicle model. Okay, then you might have vehicle seating capacity. Okay, seating capacity. Sorry, type of vehicle, vehicle type. Is it a car? Is it a tuk? Is it a bike? Is it a van, lorry? You know, things like that. Vehicle type. I fully agree with you on that. In terms of bookings, what would you have? Sorry, go in order. Every booking needs to be identifiable. No, so you will have what for every booking? You will have a booking ID. So I'll just say BK ID, booking ID. Then driver ID. Who was the driver that handled this booking? Customer ID. Who was the customer that created this booking? Vehicle ID. What was the vehicle that was used for this booking? Then, for example, sorry, payment type. Payment type. So before payment, you can say amount. Then distance. We could put distance over there. Then, so I'll stop over here. Okay, we missed something very important. Date. Booking date. Okay, something very important over here is after the ID, you will note down the date. When did it take place? Okay, booking ID. Okay, so for example, we'll assume these are our fields. You could add more fields. I'm not saying no, you could add more fields, but we'll stop over here. Now, guys, girls, over here, I want to show you all, if I were to put all this information in one table. Okay, so say for example, I have all these fields. I have all these fields in one table. Now, okay, I want you all to imagine all of these fields, the driver fields, customer fields, booking fields, vehicle fields. I want you to imagine all of them in one table. Okay, they are all in one table. Now imagine this. When I enter the details of a driver, these fields will fill up. Agree? How about these fields? These fields are going to be blank. Is it clear? These fields are going to be blank. These fields are going to be blank. You are very soon going to learn something called normalization. In unit 3, very soon you're going to learn something called normalization. In normalization, you will learn something where you cannot keep fields blank. You get my point? You cannot keep fields blank. In a table, you have to fill all the fields. You can't keep fields blank. So you can see, if you put everything in one table, every single record, every single row is going to have blank fields. Agree? If you enter the details of a customer, then the driver fields are going to be blank, booking fields are going to be blank, vehicle fields are going to be blank. Isn't it? And you are violating a major rule over here where every record is having blank fields. Everybody okay with this? So problem number 1. Let me ask you about problem number 2. Let's say, for example, I'm entering a booking. Everybody, let's say, for example, I'm creating a booking over here. Where is it? No, that problem I already told you all about. No, I already told you all that problem. Where we have blank fields. Okay. So guys, the main problem in putting everything inside a single table is what? You're going to be having a lot of blank fields in your records. And you guys will be learning in unit 3, we'll be learning something called normalization. In that, you can't have blank fields. A record should be complete. Everybody okay with this? In data integrity as well, we learned one of the features of data integrity was what? Completeness. You have everything that you need to know. Nothing is blank. Everybody okay with this? The main problem in putting everything in a single table is you're going to have a lot of fields, and many of those fields are going to be blank for every single record. Okay. So our solution going forward is to create these separate tables. Everybody okay with this? Going forward, our solution is, you know what? Create these separate tables. Everybody okay with this? Now, I'll give you guys another this thing. Okay, I'll give you another solution. Okay, alternative. Somebody might tell you, why don't you only have a booking table? Some students might come up with a solution saying, have only a bookings table. Have only a bookings table. So over here, a student might suggest, why don't you have a booking ID, BK ID, a booking date? And over here, what you do is record the driver's name, driver name, customer name. What's the next one? The driver's contact, the customer's contact. The what else do we need to know for the booking? The payment type, maybe payment type. Then he might tell you also, you know what, I need to know the vehicle model. I'll just put VEH model, then VEH brand, then VEH registration number. Then he might also ask you to put the amount. Okay, I'll put amount next to payment type. Okay. Okay, this is another alternative approach. Guys, can you all see? Have one table called bookings table and record everything inside it. What do you guys think about it? Same data will be repeated. Guys, did you hear what she said? So what's going to happen over here? Another alternative approach is, right now in your past papers, they follow this approach and they ask you, tell us why this is a problem. Every single past paper has this. The examiner has put all the data in one single file and he tells you, now you break it up into multiple tables. So now it's let's get used to it. You can see the problem over here is every time you record a booking, you have to type the driver's name. You have to type the customer's name. You have to type the driver's contact. You have to type the customer's contact. Can you see it? And don't you think it's possible that this can lead to a lot of inconsistencies? Okay, sometimes I'm referring to the same driver. I'm referring, for example, to Gunavardhana. Okay, I'm referring to Gunavardhana. As I keep recording him, you know what will happen? Sometimes I might type him like this. Is it clear? Sometimes I might type him like this. Is it clear? Sometimes I might type him like what? Gunavardhana. Is it clear? Now you mean the same person, isn't it? What's wrong? You mean the same driver, but to the database, are these all the same people? For the database, these are all different people. So what do we call this problem? You mean the same person, but you have spelled it differently here. This is an example of you mean the same person, but that same person's name has been written in so many different ways. Data inconsistencies. There are data inconsistencies over here. Everybody okay with this? So if you put everything in one table, problem is you can see data inconsistencies can take place. And the name Gunavardhana is repeated again and again and again and again. Data redundancy is taking place. Everybody okay with this? And say for example, everybody say for example, Gunavardhana changed his contact number. He has now changed his contact number. Now what do you need? Let's say he has done 250 hires. He has already done. And now he changes his contact number. Now what do you need to do? You need to go back to the booking table, go to every single record and change his contact number. Very inefficient, right? Very inefficient. And is there a possibility you might miss out on some? You most probably might miss out on some. Everybody okay with this? So you can see the problems in putting everything inside one table. So what we do is we start breaking things into multiple tables. Okay, guys, because now, for example, if I had a separate driver table, what would I do? The bookings would be connected to the driver. So say, for example, Gunavardhana changed his contact number. Do I need to come and change it for every single booking? No, I just come and change it only in the driver table. The driver table will be connected to the booking table. Is it clear? So when the contact number changes in the driver table, all the bookings that are connected to the driver will automatically get updated because the two are connected. Are you all following with me? If you all don't understand this, don't worry. We are going to practically do it now and show you all. Is it clear? What I'm telling you all is instead of putting everything in one table, I'm putting them in separate tables and I'm going to connect them using something called relationships. In Access, we have something called relationships where you can connect your tables. So say, for example, Gunavardhana changes his contact number. I only come to the driver table and change it once. Is it clear? Then all the bookings that are connected to Gunavardhana will automatically get updated with a new contact number. Everybody okay with this? Let's see how this works. Okay. For now, guys, what I want you all to understand is why we don't put all data in one single table. Do you all have a faint idea about that? Somewhat of an idea do you all have? Okay. I don't expect you all to have a perfect answer. If you somewhat can see, okay, this is a problem in putting everything in a single table, that's good enough for now. Okay. If you all have somewhat of an idea, that's good enough. As we keep doing questions, you all will see more problems. Okay, right. Guys online, I hope it's making sense to you all. Okay, I hope you all have understood why I don't dump everything in one table. Okay, right. Then guys, girls, it's now time for us to create our database. Okay, so everyone, many of you all might be knowing how to use it, but still look at my screen. Everybody, the software we will be using is Access. Everybody, we will be using a software called Access. Okay, Access is a database management software. Like Access, there are so many other similar softwares also. You have OpenOffice Base as well. Okay, like that, there are so many other examples. I'll be using Access. Okay, it's a part of the Microsoft Office package. So everybody, can you open up Access? Can everyone open up Access? And then can you all also have a folder to store all your Unit 4 work? Everybody, can you all have a folder to store all your Unit 4 work? Everybody, one single folder for all your Unit 4 work. So be a little organized with your work. Okay, this is where all your Unit 4 work is going to be stored. The good thing is Unit 4 is only having databases. So okay, Adam. Then guys, you all opened up Access now. When you all opened up Access, step number 1 is, guys, to tell Access you want a blank database. Don't double click, single click. Okay, just give it a single click. Because if you double click, it will create it and save it for you, which will be a problem. Single click. Question number 1, what is the name of your database? So our name is going to be, can you all put over here, lesson 1, everyone, lesson 1 dash taxi booking database. Lesson 1 dash taxi booking database. Can everyone have a look at this? Lesson 1 dash taxi booking database. Then guys, don't click on create. Did you all click on create? Because can you see where is it going to get saved? It's going to get saved in your documents folder. I don't want it to go into documents. I want it to go into my Unit 4 folder. You want to get it? So can you all click on this folder icon and choose Unit 4 folder? Click on this folder icon and choose the Unit 4 folder. Don't put it in documents. So click on this folder icon and say, you know what? I want this to go into my classes. Where is it? A2, Unit 4. Everyone, I'm inside my Unit 4 folder. I'm saving this as lesson 1 dash taxi booking database. Okay, lesson 1 dash taxi booking database, and I'm going to click on OK. Now you can click on create. You have given it a meaningful name. You have put it in a location that you are aware of. Okay, now you can go ahead and click on create. Boys, girls, all okay there? Now you can go ahead and click on create. So now when you click on create, guys, I'll explain the features one by one. For now, guys, can you all see on the left hand side? Access has already given you a created table. Yanit, okay there? Access is working for you. You have it. You don't have it. Okay, I'll come to you. Okay. What happened to Joel? He's coming, right? He said he's coming. Oh, okay. Did he come for any other classes? Right. What was I telling you? So Access has already created a table for you all. Table 1 over here. Everyone saw this? Table 1 has already been created for you. Right. Now, guys, girls, I want to explain something to you all over here. In a database, guys, in a database, we call these columns, we call them fields. The columns are basically fields. And your rows are what we call records. Everyone, can you remember that? You have your fields and the rows are what we call records. Everybody okay with this? So guys, over here, boys, girls, everyone look over here. Boys, girls, can you look over here? Where is it? Where is it, man? This one. Everyone over here. Can you all see? These are your, what are these? These are your fields. Okay. Driver name, driver ID, driver name, driver date of birth. These are all your fields. Everybody okay with this? So shall we go ahead and create our very first table, everybody? Let's go ahead and create our very first table. So guys, over here in database, guys, okay, can you all for now, what do you all call? Look over here, everyone look at my screen. Can you all come to the home tab? Can you all come to the home tab? In the home tab on the top left, can you all see there's something called view? When you all click on view, can you all see there are two different views? You have your data sheet view, you have your design view. Okay, right now you are all in your data sheet view. So data sheet view is ideal. Data sheet view is ideal for entering records. What did I tell you all? Data sheet view is ideal for entering records. You want to enter new drivers, data sheet view is excellent. Everyone okay with this? But when you want to construct your table, you have to go into your design view. Are we okay with this? When it comes to constructing your table, you want to put new fields, you want to put your data types, you want to put your descriptions, you want to put your validation rules, things like that, you go into design view. Can you all talk to yourselves again and tell yourselves what I just told you all? Data sheet view is ideal for entering records. Data sheet view, ideal for entering records. When it comes to constructing your table, putting field names, putting data types, putting descriptions, putting validation rules, then where do you go? You come to your design view. Design view is ideal for structuring your table. Everybody okay with it? So now it's time for us to structure our table, right? So can everyone come into design view? Everybody, please come into design view. So as soon as you come into design view, access pops up saying you're about to structure a table that you have not saved yet. So it's asking you to save your table. Give your table a meaningful name. And yesterday I told you all, I recommend you all when creating tables what to do. Put table in the name. It's not compulsory, it's recommended. Okay, I mean right now for me to tell you all why it's a bit difficult. Later on I'll tell you all, because later on guys you have questions that will tell you to refer to specific tables. So then when you have so many objects in your database, it's difficult for you to identify which one is your table. So if you put table in the name, then it becomes easier for you to identify which one is a table. Everybody okay with this? As we keep working guys, so many objects will get added over here. Queries will come, reports will come, forms will come. Is it clear? So sometimes you'll get a question telling you to refer to a particular table. So then guys, it's difficult for you to identify which object is your table. So if you put table in the name, it becomes easy for you to identify which one is your table. Okay, so what shall I call it? I'm going to call it driver TBL. Driver TBL. Everybody okay with this? And I come into my design view right now. Everyone saw this? This is my design view. Okay, you can always switch back to data sheet view. You can always come into design view. So guys, you can also call this view as your active data dictionary here. This could also be considered as your active data dictionary here. Okay. So over here, you guys told me, you know what, you need to have a driver ID. Could you guys tell me why are you putting a driver ID? Why are you putting a driver ID? Why are you putting a driver ID? So that you can identify every driver, isn't it? Isn't it? You need something unique about every driver, right? Because if you refer to them by their name, it's very much possible many drivers will have the same name. Everybody okay with this? It's very much possible that many drivers will have the same name. So referring to them by their name is not safe for you. It can lead to data redundancy. It can lead to you having problems. Okay, which is why for every driver you give a unique ID. So when you are referring to ID, when you mention the ID, only one driver is going to show up. Everybody okay with this? When you call Pick Me to complain about a driver, telling the person the driver's name, it won't be useful for them. They will ask you, can you please give us the driver's ID? When you give them the ID and when they type in ID, only one driver is going to show up. Okay? All right. So we have driver ID. Okay? And for driver ID, guys, I'm gonna use letters and numbers. It's going to be a mix of letters and numbers. So then, guys, auto number means what? The computer on its own is going to be giving it what? Auto number means the computer on its own will give it a number. I don't want that to happen. Everybody okay with this? I want the driver's ID to be a mix of what? to be a mix of letters and numbers. So like D001, D002, D003. So I'm going to change this to short text. Everybody okay with this? Driver ID, I'm going to change it to short text. Then guys, can I get the remaining fields? Driver name. Then we said driver date of birth. Then we said driver contact. Then we said driver's address. Then we said driver gender. Are we okay with this? Then guys, girls, everybody, can we keep moving? Everybody. So we have driver ID, driver name, date of birth, all that. Now guys, you can see driver ID, guys, everybody. Driver ID, you're still typing. Driver ID, guys, my format is going to be D001. Okay. Now I want to maintain data integrity now. I want to maintain accuracy. I want to put rules so that accuracy will be higher. Everybody okay with this? So I'm going to limit the number. Boys, okay with you? I'm going to limit the number of characters that can be entered for driver ID. Everybody okay with it? For driver ID, I'm only going to accept 4 characters. D001. Everybody okay with this? Okay, D001. Okay. So what do I come and do over here? In driver ID, at the bottom, you get all the properties for driver ID. Everyone saw it? At the bottom, you get all the properties for your driver ID. So right now, how many characters is it accepting? 255. So I'm going to change that to D001, means 4 characters. Maximum 4 characters can only be entered. Everybody okay with this? Later on, everybody, maybe next week, I will show you all how you can put a format check where the first character has to be D. The next 3 characters have to be numbers. That is coming up next week, format check. For today, I'm only giving you all a length check. Are we okay with this? Sounds good? Right. Can you put that? Field size is 4. So see the number of characters. If you make it long text, see the number of characters they're giving you, unlimited. No, I don't think. Isn't 255 characters enough for a driver's name? It's more than enough. Okay. Driver's name 250. I was going to make it 50 like. Doesn't matter. Keep it 255 then. Okay. However, for driver date of birth, what are you going to do? You're going to say, you know what? This needs to be a date or time. Are we good? Right. For driver contact, guys, shall we keep it at short text? Because driver contact numbers will begin with 0. And if I make it number, computer will automatically remove the 0 at the beginning. Because 0, 7 and 7 have the same mathematical value. So it will remove the 0. But if I keep it as text, it will not remove that 0 at the beginning. But I'll put a validation rule of length check saying, you know what, accept only 10 characters. But everybody, I have a problem here, which I will deal with next week. I am saying 10 characters now. If the user enters 9 characters, it still works. Is that good? That's not good, right? This 10 will only work if the user tries to enter more than 10. Ikram, all of you are with me? If the user puts 11 characters, then only we get a problem for this. But if he puts less than 10, we don't get a problem. Is it clear? So we need to put a format check for driver contact so that they have to enter exactly 10 characters. If they enter anything more or anything less, error message must pop up. Are we okay with that? That's not today. That's all coming up next week. Okay, when we do format check. Okay, so right now you all understood the problem here, right? Just putting 10 over here is not enough, because if somebody puts 2 characters, system will still accept it. This 10 means what? Maximum 10. Okay, so we will deal with that next week. Driver address, I have nothing for that. Driver gender also, I'll tell you all what to do. Everybody okay with this? Okay. So now you can, sorry. I'm coming to that right now. Okay. So we are going to say save. We are going to say save. Then guys, when it comes to your driver's date of birth, I want to have a range check. Okay. But before I do that, guys, can you close the database? Everybody close the database now. So when you close it, it will ask you, do you want to save your changes? Click on save and close it. Save changes and close it. Okay, right. Now guys, can you open up the database again? I want to see if you can find it. Can everyone open up your database again? And can you all come? So can you all see this warning? Sometimes you'll get a warning. You can go ahead and click on enable content. Are we okay with that? Then everyone knows how to open up a table. These are all of you are watching. Okay, you come and open up your table, drive a table, and you go into your design view. Okay, change your view into design view. Okay, right. For driver date of birth, everybody, for driver date of birth, I want to put a validation rule. The driver has to be minimum 18 years today. What's the date today? 4th July 2025. So minimum, I mean, if he has to be minimum 18 years today, what should be his latest date of birth? 2006. 2016 is 10 years. 2016 to 2024. Yeah, 2006. So everyone look here. For driver date of birth, everybody, for driver date of birth, I'm going to put a validation rule. Everyone saw this? I'm going to put a range check. For driver date of birth, I'm going to put a validation rule. I'm going to put a range check over here. What am I going to say? The values that are being entered must be, so I need drivers to be minimum 18 now. So I need people who are born before 2006. Agree? Isn't it? So what? So before 2006, the year is increasing or decreasing? Decreasing, right? So I need something less than. Isn't it? Everyone, you understand the symbol. I need something less than. Less than, what's the date today? So remember guys, in Access, month comes first. Everybody, month comes first. So month is, what's the month? Number 7, no? Number 7 slash, what's the date today? 4th slash 2006. Everybody okay with this? I need date of birth to all be before this date. If anyone is to enter a date of birth after this date, I want to show an error message. What is that error message going to be? I can say over here, invalid DOB, invalid DOB, driver must be minimum 18 years. If somebody makes a mistake, somebody mistakenly types a date of birth, say 2010, then automatically this message will come up saying what? Invalid DOB, driver must be minimum 18 years. Are we good? Can you all save your work? All of you all, girls, boys, everyone? Okay. So now you have given a validation rule saying that the date of birth must be before July, sorry, what do you call July 4th, 2006. Are we good? Now guys, can you click on save and see if you're getting any error message there? So all of you all, it is recommended you put your validation rules before you enter any records. You get it? Because if you put validation rules after you have already entered records, you will run into a problem. What is that problem? Your validation rule might contradict existing data. You get it? It is always recommended put your validation rules before you enter records. Is it clear? Sometimes if you enter your records and then put validation rule, you will get a warning. This validation rule might contradict some of your existing data. So are you sure you want to keep it? Everybody okay with it? So normally the best procedure is put the validation rule, then put records. Okay? Right. Now everybody, so you guys can see we put a validation rule for date of birth. We put a validation rule for the driver's ID. Okay? Right. Then guys, I want to explain one more thing to you all. Every driver will be identified by their driver ID. I will not be, girls behind, I will not be identifying drivers by their name. I will identify them by their ID. Everybody okay with this? Which is why, can you all see there is a key symbol over here? I'm telling my computer, identify drivers by their ID. This key symbol is what we call a primary key. So I'm basically telling my computer to identify drivers, use the driver ID. Okay. So the moment something becomes a primary key field, the moment something is a primary key field, remember, you cannot have duplicate values inside it. Everyone okay with this? You can't have two drivers with the same ID. It will not allow you. Because what did I tell you all about primary key values? They are all unique, right? Primary key values are all unique. So the moment you make driver ID or primary key field, what happens? You cannot have repeated values inside it. It will give you error message. Are we okay with this? It will not allow you to proceed. Okay. Now let's say, for example, you want to make driver name your primary key field. It's very simple. You can either right click over here and say make it primary key, or in the top, guys, inside table design, can you all see primary key option is over here. Everyone okay with this? Okay. By default, normally the first field of your table is your primary key field. Are we all good with this? Right. Then, guys, let's click on save, and can you all come into data sheet view? Guys, girls, can you all come into data sheet view? Guys, online, if I'm moving too fast, you all need to tell me. Otherwise, I don't know, because everyone over here says they are done and I'm moving. So if you all need me to wait for some time, do drop a message. Okay, everyone, girls over there, all of y'all, we have our fields. Now we are in data sheet view, ready for entering records. Okay, now we are good to enter records. Right. Now, guys, girls, everybody, look over here. Can we again go back into design view? Can we again go back into design view? So when you guys come back again into design view, boys, girls, when you come back again into design view, guys, I don't want to allow, I'm trying to reduce inconsistencies now. I'm trying to maintain data integrity here. I'm trying to maintain data integrity. So I want to minimize my inconsistencies. So a problem I have is if I allow users to type the gender. Is it clear? If I allow users to type gender for male, some might type M, some might type man, some might type male, some might misspell it. You get it? Some might type boy. You get it? So all of them mean the same thing, but the spellings are different. So for access, it will consider it as what? Different values, right? Everybody get my point? Shall I again put it in detail and show you all? If I allow users to type the gender, some will put M, some might type male, some might type man, some might type boy. You get it? Some might type gent, for example. You get it? Now they all mean male, but they have all spelled it differently here. Okay, so access will consider these as different values. What do we call this problem? You're having data inconsistencies. You mean the same thing in different ways. So this is what we call data inconsistencies. I want to minimize that so I can maintain data integrity here. So what do I come and do here? Guys, for driver gender, I'm going to have a drop down menu. That drop down menu is going to have a few number of values and it's never going to change. So then what do you use? Lookup validation or list validation? List. Since the values are never going to change, you're going to go with list validation. Everybody okay with this? So now you all need to look at my screen. Everyone, I'm in driver gender right now. And in driver gender, guys, I'm going to click on lookup. Everyone okay with this? In driver gender, I'm going to click on lookup. Everyone click there. Those who are having it, Adam, all of you are with me. Okay. Did you all click on lookup? Okay. When you click on lookup, right now you can see the display control is a what? Right now the display control is a text box. Text box means you're allowing the user to type whatever they want. I don't want that. I want to change it. So click and see what are your options there. You have list box and you have combo box. You will go for list box now. Can everyone go in for list box? I want a list box over there. Okay, display control, you removed text box to list box. Over here, row source type. It basically means row source type. I don't know why they came up with that wording. Row source type means basically the values for this list. Where do we get it from? You get it? So right now, row source type is going as table or query. It means the values for this list are coming from another table or query. Is that true? Do we have the genders in another table or in another query? Answer is no. So can you all change that to value list? Can you all change this to value list, meaning I will give you all the values. Okay, your row source type, change it to value list, meaning I will be supplying the values here. Okay, so make it value list. Now row source means, okay, what are the values now? So everybody, these are string values now, these are text values now. So you have to put them inside double quotes. So number one, what do we have inside double quotes? M, then semicolon to separate it, and in double quotes you will say F. Everybody okay with this? These are the two values that we have inside our driver gender fields list box. Okay. Bound column, column count and all. Right now, I'm not going to tell you all what it means. Okay. Column count basically means how many columns are going to be displayed. Okay. So anyway, for now, don't worry about those. Okay. Right. Now, guys, can you all come down to allow multiple values? Right now, the answer is no. Should I keep it at no? The user can only choose one value from this list. Everybody okay with this? So keep it as no. I want you all to add one more thing over there. Where is it? Where is it? Allow value list edits. Am I going to allow the users to modify the value in the list? Also no. So can you guys keep both of them at no? Do not allow them to modify values inside my list. Good, everyone? Okay. So now, guys, can you all click on save? Can everyone click on save now? Everyone, please click on save. Okay. Right. Now, can you all come into your data sheet view? Can you all see all the fields over there? Can you all come and click on driver gender? Do you all see the list over there in driver gender? Boys, girls, do you all see it? You all should be seeing it. Okay. All good there? Right. Now, guys, let's not proceed any further. Can everyone come back to your folder, right click and say you want a new notepad file, text document or notepad, whichever. Those who don't have your laptop also, you all don't have access also, you all can do this now. Okay, record what you just did in lesson 1. So when you're revising, you can open up lesson 1 text file and see what you did, what has happened in lesson 1. So everyone right click and say new text document or notepad document. Can everyone do that, guys, online? And can you all call it lesson 1? Lesson 1. Guys online, everything okay there? So guys, in lesson 1, what did we do? Creating a database, creating tables. Okay. Then guys, what are the inside the table? What did we do? Creating. So inside tables, I'm going to put tab, creating fields, assigning primary key. Then we put validation rules. What are the validation rules we use so far? We had a range check, we had a range check. Next, what did we learn? If you want, guys, can you all mention where you put a range check? You put a range check for DOB. You had a length check for telephone and driver ID. Then you had a list check for driver gender. Okay. Anything else? You had a list check for driver gender. Then assigning data types. Okay. What else? This is what we have done so far in lesson 1. Some more to go, guys. So when you're revising, guys, you know what has happened in lesson 1. So when you open up lesson 1, you know if you go through this database, this is what you're going to find inside it. No, there are no tunes for unit 4. Okay, everybody, there are no tunes for unit 4. Only for unit 3 there will be tunes. Okay, there are some codes you all need to by heart. Very little codes, as in some numbers are there you all need to by heart. Those numbers represent certain messages and buttons. Those I will just share a screenshot on the group. But apart from that, there are no notes as such. Okay. Okay, right. Everybody, can we keep moving then? Now you all know how to create a table now. So guys, let me quickly review what I did over here. Guys, girls, let me quickly review over here. Customer ID, customer name, date of birth, contact address, gender. Right, can you guys create the customers table? So it will be customer TBL. Can everyone create the customer table? Customer TBL, and these are your fields. Sarah, what's going on there? Nothing happening at all? You sure? No, Sarah. You do your work. You continue with your work. Right, can you guys create a customers table? Guys, girls, everybody. Customers table, please. What's the point doing there? That's all right. That's all, okay? Later on, do the purchasing of one of it, please. And so you purchase it. You have like they have things like it. But should you not be connected with these two? Thanks. Okay, in a few minutes, I'm also going to reconnect that. Sorry? Sorry? Okay, you got it. Right now. Where is the break from? You don't have, you have, right? Okay. Probably there's okay. Good. I have it, but just okay, so I'm also going to create the same table, guys. I'm going to come into my database. I'm going to say create, everyone, create table. Create table. Okay, I need to structure it. So I need to go into design. I'm sorry, I need to go into design view. So view, design. As soon as you do that, Access tells you, you know what? Before you structure your table, save your table first. So I will say this is my customer TBL. And over here, I'll say customer ID. So for customer ID, guys, we are going to go with, guys, customer ID, can you all make it number? I have a particular feature I need to show you all there. For customer ID, go with number, okay? Then you have your customer name, your customer date of birth, then customer contact address, customer address, and customer gender. Okay, so for customer name, date of birth, you all have to make it date. Customer contact, guys, can you all make it 10 characters only? Customer gender, can you all do the list lookup, the list validation? For customer gender, can you guys try out list validation? Or list check, you call it. So for customer gender, guys, we are going to do a lookup validation, a list check. So how do we do that? Guys, girls, everyone, I'm in customer gender. Boys, look here, Saif, all of you look here, I can do it later. Customer gender lookup. I don't want a text box. I want to change that to a value list. Sorry, I want to change that into a list box. I want to change this into a list box. Inside this list box, the row source will not be a table. It will be a value list where I will give the values. Value list. Then question row source, what are your values? In double quotes, M semicolon F. These are the only two values that will be inside my list. Everybody okay with this? Okay, so I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to save my work here. Sorry? I have already said allow value list edits. No. Allow value list edits. Of course, no. Yeah. Allow value list edit should become no. Don't allow them to edit those values or change those values. Okay. Aisha, can you take a screenshot of this area and send it to me on Zoom itself? Okay. Aisha, are those double quotes or are those single quotes you have typed twice? You press shift comma, right, to get double quotes? Not comma, shift double quote, right? Those are double quotes. Then it looks okay to me. List box value list MF11. So how do you know it's not working? You're getting an error message. Can you tell me how do you know it's not working? Right, everybody else, it's working now. Okay. Everybody else, it's time for your break then. Everybody, primary key has been assigned to customer ID. Put your primary key for customer ID. Save your work. We'll be back in 10 minutes, 8:45. Yes, everybody, we're going to continue from where we stopped. Guys, girls, everyone. So there are two more tables to be created. You have a bookings table and a vehicles table that needs to be created. Okay, girls, everyone. There are two more tables that need to be created, a bookings table and a vehicles table. Okay. Before creating those two tables, guys, I want to show you all something else. You can see over here, when it comes to, can everyone come back into data sheet view? So say, for example, you have a receptionist or you have an employee entering the driver's details into the driver table. Boys, we hung all of you look below. Okay, Dishan, all of your phones away, please. Okay, so you can see in data sheet view, the person who's entering the data into this table can see everybody else's records. Am I right? He can see the personal details of every other customer. And we have a worry that, you know what, sometimes he might mess it up, isn't it? So what we can do over here is we can create something called a form. Everyone okay with this? You can create a form for your driver table. So whatever data you enter into your form will automatically fall into your driver table. Are we okay with this? Okay, we are about to create a form that particular form will be connected to your driver table. Okay, so everyone look over here. For now, guys, I'm gonna get my computer to create the entire form for me. Let's do a form for the driver table. Okay, can everyone come into driver table? Guys, girls, everyone, while the driver table is opened, click on create and say you need a form. Everyone okay with this? While the driver table is open, click on create and say you need a form. So when you click on form, guys, you can see the computer creates the entire form for you. Everyone saw it? The entire form is created for you by the computer itself. Now in forms, guys, I'll wait for 30 seconds for the others to find it. Okay. Oh, careful. Okay. Now in form also, can you all see here you have three different views. Okay, you have three different views. Now, what is the primary purpose of your form? Why did we create a form? To add records to your driver table, right? So form view, everybody, form view is where you can add records to your driver table. Are we okay with this? Form view gives you two options. Option number one is in form view, you can view existing records. Existing driver details, you can view it in your form. Do we have any driver details for now? For now, we don't have any driver details, right? For now, our driver table is blank. Am I right, everybody? So right now, there is nothing to show in the form. The second function is you can use the form to add new driver details. Everybody okay with this? Then can you all see we have something called layout view? Layout view is where you can make some simple changes like font color, font size, alignment, things like this. Formatting, you can do it in layout view. There are some advanced changes you will be making. For that, you need to come into design view. Okay, boys, are you with me? Okay, advanced changes, you will be doing it in design view. Formatting changes, you can do it in layout view. Are we all okay with this? So, right, everybody, can you come into layout view for now? Everybody, come into layout view for now. We are going to make some very, very simple changes. So, number one, guys, in a form, you must clearly indicate the name of this form. Everybody okay with this? You need to very clearly indicate what is the name of this form. So can everyone come over here and say driver registration form? Driver registration form. Okay. Driver registration form. Then guys, can you all make it look like a title? So when you click on the heading, you can see there is something called a format tab. You guys see a format tab over there? When you click on the title, guys, at the top, you have a format tab. Inside the format tab, all the designing tools that you need, you can find inside it. Font name, font style, font color, shape fill, alignment, all that is there. So guys, I'm going to go maybe with Times New Roman. Times New Roman, center align it, bold it, underline it. If you want, change the font color, or not necessary font color to change. Make it slightly bigger, size 24. Can you guys make it look like a form? Boys, make it look like a form. Okay, are you done? Saif, done or not? Why haven't you done? So your driver table is open, right? Click on create and say you need a form. Click on form over here. Okay. Did you create the form? So now come into, in the home tab, you have views. Now come into layout view. In layout view, now change the title of your form, driver registration form. Okay. Right, guys. Now, everybody, two important words over here for you all to know. This, can everyone see where I have clicked? This is your field heading. This is your field. Are we okay with this? This is your field heading and this is your field. Everybody okay with this? So guys, it is recommended in a form, okay, to have meaningful field headings. Are we okay with this? It's recommended in a form for your field headings to be meaningful. So the person who's filling it knows what they all mean. Now you and I know what this DRI means. What does DRI mean? It means driver. But imagine a person who's looking at this form for the very first time. He might be confused by what is this DRI. Everybody okay with this? So it's recommended, guys, not to have abbreviated form, not to have abbreviated forms in a form. You get what I'm saying? So instead of DRI, change it to driver. Okay? DRI, change it to driver and keep a space. Driver ID. Control C, double click. Driver name. Driver date of birth. Driver contact. Driver address. Driver gender. Everybody okay with this? It's recommended not to use abbreviated forms because you and I, because you construct the database, you understand what it means. But a person who's looking at the form for the very first time may not understand what it means. So it's recommended, do not use abbreviated forms. Now, everybody, so if you do this, everybody come into design view now. Come into design view. In design view, guys, can you all see over here? You have your field heading and here you have your field. Guys, don't ever change the spellings of your fields. Why? Now over here, each field is connected to a field in the table. Agree? If you come and change the spelling of this, what happens? The connection is going to break. You get it? This particular field over here is connected to a field called dry name. This field over here is connected to a field called dry name. Where is dry name? Here you go, we have dry name. If you come and change the spellings over here, you're going to have problems. Are you okay with this? So you can change the field headings name, the field heading spellings you can change. But the fields, don't ever touch those spellings. Keep it as it is. Everybody okay with it? Right. Can you again come back into layout view? I'm right now teaching you methods to make your form fit for purpose. Everybody okay with this? I'm teaching you all methods to make your form user-friendly. Put a meaningful title. Do not use abbreviated field headings. Is it clear? Then guys, why don't you make your field headings stand out? Make your field headings stand out from the fields. So maybe make it bold. Okay? Maybe make it a different font color. So instead of doing them individually, I'm going to click on the first one, press shift and click on the last one. So you saw they all got selected. So now what I'll do is I'll come to the format tab, and I'm going to bold it and maybe give a different color. Everyone saw that? Give it a different color. Are we okay with this? Okay, I'm trying to make it stand out. Okay. Okay, everyone done this? Then guys, I want to indicate the fields that it is compulsory for the user to fill. So what am I going to do, guys? So for example, driver ID has to be filled. So I'm going to put an asterisk next to it. Everyone saw that? I'm going to put an asterisk to indicate that it is mandatory for this field to be filled. Then for example, I'm going to have another asterisk with next to driver name. Then I'm going to have an asterisk next to driver date of birth. Then I'm going to have an asterisk next to driver contact. Address and gender is optional. Everybody okay with this? Can you all put your asterisks, guys? Okay. Everyone okay with this? Right. Now, guys, another feature. You and I know that the asterisk indicates mandatory. Mandatory means what? Compulsory. You have to fill it. You can't keep it blank. Everybody okay with this? But a layman, a person who's not familiar with computer terms, would be confused by what that asterisk means. So guys, you all need to create a label. You all need to create a label and tell the user what an asterisk means. Everyone okay with this? So everybody, can you all now come into design view? Can everyone now come into design view? While you are in design view, guys, you can clearly see, everybody, are you all in design view? You all can very clearly see that there is no space for you all to put any instructions, isn't it? You can see your entire detail area has been used up. Everyone saw it. Your entire detail area has been used up. You need to create space now. Everybody okay with this? You now need to create space. So what we can do is, can everyone see the form footer over here? Everyone, can you all see the form footer at the bottom? Why don't you all pull that a little down so that you would have more space in your detail area? Your form footer, guys, not from the bottom, from the top. Everyone look here, look at my cursor. From the top. From the top, I'm going to pull the form footer down. So now I have a little more space available here. Everyone saw it? Can you all create that space for yourselves? Guys online, look at what I did. I kept my cursor here and pulled the form footer down. So I have a little more space to work with. Okay? Sounds good? Right. Then guys, in form design, you need to use a tool called label. Don't ever use text box. Later on, today I will not be teaching you all text box. I don't think next week also. A few weeks later, I will teach you all the purpose of text box. So for now, no text box. I want you all to take a label. Take a label. So you click on label. You draw a label at the bottom. And you say asterisk mandatory field. Mandatory field. Okay, if you want, put it in red color also. Bold it. Come to the format tab. Click on the label. Don't select the text. Click on the label. Bold it. Make it red color. So now the user knows asterisk means what? It's a mandatory field. You have to fill it. Okay. Everybody okay with this? Boys, Adam, all of you? Okay. Saif, okay there? Creative Dishan? Okay. Right. Can you guys come into report view, sorry, form view and see how it looks? In the home tab, come back into form view and see how it looks. It looks okay, but still there are some problems, right? For example, why is the driver gender list taking up so much of space? A bit unnecessary, right? So guys, can you all reduce the height of driver gender? Reduce the height of driver gender. So you come into layout view and see if you can decrease the height of driver gender. Okay. Control Z to undo if you ever mess up, guys. So I'm in layout view. I come and click on driver gender. Boys, all of y'all, Hima, all of y'all, click on driver gender. Can you all see my cursor now? This is the cursor for resizing. Where? This. Click on this and make it a lot smaller. Okay, this height is enough. Then guys, also remember one more thing. The width of every field should indicate the number of characters that the user needs to enter. Did you understand what I just told you all? The width of every field should make it very clear to the user on how many characters they should be entering. Okay, guys. Now here you're going to run into a problem. You guys told me driver ID, how many characters are we entering? Maximum 4, no? Don't you think this is way too big? This field size is way too big. You're confusing the user here. Okay. So what you do is you need to come over here and you need to make it smaller. However, when you do that, what happens? All the fields are becoming smaller. Everyone saw that? Can you all try and see? When you try to adjust the size of one field, all the fields are becoming smaller. Everyone saw that? When I click on driver ID and when I come over here and try to make this smaller, all the fields are becoming smaller in size. Okay. That is a problem for you. Okay. So the reason that's happening is because all the fields are grouped together. So when you move one, all the fields are moving with it. You need to ungroup them. Everyone okay with this? Okay. Adam, are you with me? Are you connected to hotspot? Disconnect from me, disconnect from everything else. Okay. You guys are distracting your own selves. We spoke about this yesterday. You were not there yesterday. Right. Everyone, what was I telling you all about driver ID? When I try to resize this, everything is getting resized. Okay. So I need to ungroup this. Okay. Right now they're all grouped. So when one gets smaller, everything is getting smaller with it. So I'm going to, can you guys see this symbol over here? Boys, girls, can you all see this symbol over here? When I click on this, all my fields got selected. Guys saw it? All my fields are selected. Can you guys now come into, oh, I think I need to change the view. Guys, can you come to design view? Everybody come into design view, please. You can't do it here. Can you all change the view into design view? View, design view. In design view, can you click on this and get all the fields selected? The field headings and the field in design view. Okay, you can't do it in layout view, in design view. In design view, guys, can you all click on arrange? Click on the arrange tab. In arrange tab, do you all see something called remove layout? Remove layout basically means you're ungrouping them. Now the field headings and the fields are all individual objects. Okay, you're ungrouping them basically. So how did I get here? When I click on a field, guys, can you all see the symbol over here? So if you see it, when you click on it, all the fields get selected. Then in arrange, say I want to remove layout. I want to ungroup them. So now, guys, you won't notice any difference. It's just that they are now all ungrouped. Okay. Now come and click outside. Now come and click outside. So they all get deselected. Come and click outside so that they are all deselected. And now, can you come and click on driver ID and make it smaller? I believe this size represents 4 characters. Driver name, can you bring it? Maybe driver name up to 50 characters we are going now. So I'll keep it up to here. Driver date of birth, I'll bring it up to here. This much of space is enough. Driver contact, we're only going with 10 characters now. Bring it up to here. This is more than enough. Driver address, I'll keep it as it is. Driver gender, this is way too big. I'm going to bring it over here. Everybody okay with it? So the size of your fields represent or tell the user basically how many characters to be entering. Are we okay? Okay. Everybody, are we okay with this? Okay. The size of your field tells the user how many characters to enter. Everybody okay with this? If you're making it user friendly. Okay. Now, guys, can everyone save your form? Save your form, please. Save your form as driver registration form. Driver registration form. Everyone, this is the name of my form, driver registration form. Okay. Driver registration form. Now I'm going to say okay over here. So guys, now you all can see on the left hand side, I have my driver registration form. Are we all okay with this? Okay, right. Still not done. Still some more things to do. Your target is what? To make this as user friendly as possible, right? You're trying your level best to make this as user friendly as possible. Then guys, you have to always assume that the person using it is a fool. You have to think like that. So you have to make it like user friendly, like tell the most basic things to him. Then guys, one more thing. For driver gender, I want to tell the user to choose only one value. So what tool am I going to use? No. I want to tell the user, choose only one value here. I want to tell the user, sorry, a label. I'm going to use a label. I'm giving him an instruction, right? The drop down menu. I already have a list here. Come and look in form view here. I already have a list. I just want to tell the user, select one value. So I need a label over here, a tiny label over here telling the user, select one value. So how do we do that? Can you guys come into your design view? In design view, in your form design, can you all see label is over here? Take a label, draw a label next to driver gender and say, select one value only, or select only one value. So in form design, guys, over here, you have a label tool. Label, you're going to draw your label over here. And what are you going to say over here? You can put a note over here. Select only one, can be in capital, value. Select only one value. And if you want, guys, you want this to stand out now, so maybe bold and italic it. Bold it, italic it, and make it a bit smaller, size 8. Okay. Let's see how it looks. I'll come into layout view. Select only one value. Okay. Did you guys try this out? Mandatory field also, I can take it up. Everybody, can you all say driver registration form? Everybody, driver registration form, please. Guys, girls, everybody, right. Everybody okay with this? Right, our very last thing for today. Okay, guys, I want to create a button over here. Okay, I want to create a button, and I want to create buttons that will carry out basic functions. Later on, I'll teach you how to put buttons that carry out advanced functions. The function I want to carry out is very simple. I want to save a record. That's all I want to do. I want a button that will very simply save a record. Okay, there is a very simple way of doing it. So everyone look over here. What you do over here is, can we all work together? We come to form design. Can you all see? So everyone, you all need to be in design view. You all need to be in design view. Can everyone come into design view? In design view, can you all see tool number 4 is a button? Tool number 4 is a button. It's a rectangle over there. So what you do is, you click on it and you draw your button wherever you want. I want my button to be over here. As soon as you do that, a wizard will open up asking, what do you want this button to do? I want you all to cancel that wizard. Okay, cancel the wizard, saying, you know what, I don't need the wizard. I'll tell you what to do. Can everyone do that? Just cancel the wizard. As soon as you draw your button, should I repeat it for anyone? Should I repeat it for anyone? No. As soon as you draw your button, a wizard opens up asking, what do you want to do with that button? Just click on cancel. Now, everybody, we are gonna program how this button works. Okay, so today I'm going to give you all a very simple one of where it just has to save, but later on, guys, it's going to get a little more complicated on how you want your buttons to work. So what I want you all to do is, everybody, girls online, boys online, everyone, look here. All you have to do over here is right click and say, I want to build an event. I want to build an event. When this button is clicked, something should take place. So guys, can you all choose build event? When you choose build event, you get 3 options. Using macro builder, using expression builder, using code builder. You guys will never ever be using code builder. You guys will be using macro builder or expression builder. Most of the time it will be macro builder. Code builder, never will you guys need it. Okay, Vidun, are you with me? Okay, so guys, can you all choose macro builder for now? Okay, macro builder, and say okay. So when you open up macro builder, guys, can you all see the interface you all have over here? Okay, so over here it's saying, over here you can put an action over here. Can you all see there's a drop down menu with a list of actions that you need. Now guys, you need only one action over here. What is the action? I want to save record. Can you guys come down to S and choose save record? All I want to do is save record. Control Z, escape. Everyone, I'll do this part again. Do you want to save changes? No, I want to do this part again. I'm going to right click on this button and say build event. Okay, using my macro builder. Okay. Okay, what is the action you want this button to perform? What's the event that you want to take place? I want the event of saving record to take place. Everyone okay with this? Save record. That's it. Now you click on save and now you click on close. Now what have you done, guys? You have programmed this button where when you click on it, it's going to save your record. Everybody okay with this? You have programmed your button such that when you click on it, it's going to save your record. Now guys, is command 34 a meaningful command here? Change it to save record. Change command 34, command whatever to save record. And if you want, guys, make it stand out, bold it. Okay, make the font a bit bigger. Okay, can you guys save your work now? Save your work, and can you come to your notepad file now? Guys, girls, after your button, can you come and fill up your notepad file? So what did we do here? Creating a form. What did we do in a form? Making form user friendly. Everyone, making form user friendly. What did we do to make it user friendly? Meaningful title, meaningful field headings. Okay, meaningful field headings. Next, what did we do? Adjusting field size, color. Okay. Creating save button. Indicating mandatory fields. Indicating mandatory fields. Okay, this is what we have learned so far in form inside lesson 1. Now guys, the remaining tables, I'm going to be making it as your homework. Now, if you don't do your homework, what's going to happen in your next practical class? I'll be moving from the homework point onwards. You will not be having the data with you. So it's going to be a big problem for you. You will not be able to follow with me because you haven't done the homework. You haven't done the work that you need in order to do next week's class. Okay, so please make sure I'll share the homework details on Sunday. Please make sure you get the homework done so that you can continue from that point onwards.